Hey guys, Serge here. Just wanted to give you a quick overview and walk through quick tutorial, nothing in depth. If you're not home or you happen to need to come back to this information to sync up your permanent lighting system with your phone or add it to a different phone, this is kind of how you do it. Or for example, if you need to resync it to a new phone you got, so typically you need to go to the power box wherever it's located with the control module that is installed, and I'll just show you quickly how it worked, how to sync it and pair it. So we're gonna open the box here, and the one thing that you need is we're looking for this driver module right here. So this is your power supply, needs to be plugged in into the outlet, and this is your driver module that you need to reset the lights or to hit the button to pair and sync with your phone. So I am going to open the Govee Home app. So if you don't have it, get a download from App Store or Apple Store, whatever. Create an account if you don't have one, and once you create the account and get inside the app, that's what we're gonna see. So if you get into the store, you should see an icon something like that with the green G, blue G, paired right there. Govee Home, and you open it up. And if you don't have an account, you need to create one. If you do have an account, once you log in, you'll get to the main screen. That looks, let me focus here for a second. So that looks something like this right here. So right now, as you see, we're inside the device or the app, and we have no products here added yet. So you want to hit this plus sign on top right corner or the middle one, and your Bluetooth needs to be on. So once your Bluetooth is on, it's going to automatically find whatever devices are nearby, and hit add over there on the top if it finds it. If not, it scans it. Now it says, hey, press the reset button, so pairing button, so we know which system we're linking, and we're gonna hit this one because that's the one we're trying to link up. And if it's the right system to recognize it right there, hit the name, and you can change the name, delete the pro, and type in back. So this is for the back strand of the house, so we're going to name it back. You can change all this later anyway, but it's just kind of for setup. So this is what you need to do. If you have a 200-foot kit or somewhere between 150 plus, I tell my homeowners to go to the maximum strand. So it says how many strands we have. The maximum you can have is 12. So the system knows how far to send the signal to. If it's a professional installation, had the device been cut? Yes, it has. We do solder and split cuts. So yes, hit start calibrating. So it's going to calibrate how many lights you have. And on this screen right here, let me focus. You want to select the 10 strands. If you have 200 feet, which is typically what I install, you want to give a maximum of 10 strands, so that way, let me focus. So that way the app knows how far to send the signal to. Now, because sometimes if you get an issue, for example, something happens or your firmware gets updated, and then you'll see, like, let's say you get to the end of the house and then like last 6 bulbs are not lighting up or last strand is not lighting up. This is usually what is the fix. You need to come in the app and you have to maximize your number of strands and maximize the number of, like, yes, what they call the red or green lights. So hit next. So it's gonna calibrate it. It's gonna search for Wi-Fi. This is homeowner Wi-Fi, so I don't have the settings. We're gonna hit skip, but you can do your Wi-Fi if you know all the Wi-Fi passwords. So once you get logged into the main screen here, this is where you're gonna see what devices you have onto the app. You can add multiple devices here. We'll do it later. So it's to update the actual product here. So once you get to Wi-Fi, you can constantly, they're gonna roll out of updates and you update the firmware on your Govee lights. So here in the main section here, we're gonna go to colors. Primarily homeowners want to scroll down a little bit, and that's where you can choose the colors you want. So you scroll even further down, you can pick your own color from the color wheel. Millions and millions of colors to choose from. If you scroll up there, you can do the temperature right here. You can do cool white, warm white, whatever you want, depending on the color of your property that you got going on. Scroll a little higher up, and what I recommend to my customers right here, where you see the 100, it's the brightness. I recommend all my customers to run that at 80%, so that way it extends the lifespan of your light. So 80% is still bright enough. It's the different strand right there that gets light up. So at nighttime, it's still plenty of light, but the LEDs don't have to work as hard to produce that light. So you're gonna get longevity out of your bulbs. So another cool feature that they have, let's say if you want to do fun themes and fun colors. Govee constantly comes out for holidays and various time for various seasons, different themes. So we're gonna hit scenes. These are the themes that they had designers design themselves. So once you can go through them, there's so many of them out there. For you can go through different sections, different tabs, like emotional. There's emotional, there's forest, there's more like about life, there's festive, holidays. And once you hit that, select one of them. I don't know, let's hit so if we want to do Earth Day, I mean, obviously it's hard to see, we're in daylight here, but the color is gonna start changing. Whatever theme is designed, it's not a solid color. So a lot of these fun themes, they have either chasing patterns. They go from soft to bright, from one end of the house to the next house. So it's fun to play around with. Another feature, you can go to AI right here. And I think that's one of the coolest feature, where you can speak to AI directly, and you can tell him, or whatever, tell it what you want, and it'll apply it to the app without like you knowing how to do anything. So hold the talk and let's allow permission, so that way you can talk to us. Hey, give me something that is starry, chasing back and forth with blue and cool white. So it's going to process your request, and you can talk to AI. Let me focus again. I'll design a starry effect, chases back and forth, so it's designing your lights. So it's going to design something specifically for your lights. So no two homeowners.
I made a dark blue night base with bright blue and cool white star bands chasing back and forth and extra sparkling points, so it feels lively, crisp, and starry.
Let me see if I can zoom in here a little bit, hit my zoom button. So again, we're in daylight, so it's hard to see, but you'll see the light's going to be chasing. You see that one gets brighter, then dimmer, and so forth. So hold the talk again. Can you slow it down a little bit? And then you can just go on endlessly to whatever.
I slowed the chasing speed of the starry bands and softened the pulsing of the sparkles, so the whole starry chase now moves more gently back and forth.
And there you go. You can play around with it, and I think you can hit the green button to save it as a preset right here, whatever you're gonna name it. And just do a test or something. Yeah. Homeowner is gonna redo this all over again and save successfully. Go back to your app. So countless, a lot of features. And so here, this is the lights that you're gonna have. Go hit the back button real quick. So if you're gonna have multiple devices, you're gonna have a second square, third square, fourth square, depending on how many devices you have. Another feature I wanted to cover, so you know, primarily homeowners need to have these lights come on at certain time and turn off at certain times. So feature can be found right here, where you see these circulating dots around the universe, I guess. Got it, and you go to auto run right here on the top tab. You see shortcuts, and there's auto run. Hit the auto run. So these are your auto run features. That's what we want. So we're gonna hit the plus sign right here on the top right corner, and these are the options that gives you. Like, so we're auto running on a timer, you know, dates. Let's do sunrise to sunset. That's what most homeowners want. Location, because it needs to know when your sunset is. Let's start with sunrise. So we're now selected at sunrise. You hit confirm. And then it's all your days of the month, the week. Then hit the plus button where it says immediate activation. So which devices are we activating? We're gonna activate this one. And if you're gonna have multiple of them, you're gonna be multiple selected here. So you just select all your devices that you want to be activated in that command. You say you got it. So this command right here, we start at the top. So right now this is sunrise. So sunrise, sun comes up, a lot of daylight, lights are not visible, as you can see here. So this is where you want to have them turned off. So let's rename this to off. So that way it's easy to see on the app. That's gonna be off. You can do all caps if you want. And then right here, what is the command that you're giving the lights? We want them off. So hit disable all. So see, now it says that the lights will be off. Save that. Now it's successfully saved. We get back out. So we have a command right here. As you can see, this popped up. It wasn't there before. Now it's there. This is the command to turn the lights off, but there's no command to turn the lights on. So we need to create another one to tell the app when to turn on the lights. So we hit the plus button again. From our options, we choose sunrise and sunset. And now we're going to choose sunset. We hit the sunset below right there. See how that got bigger? That's what we selected. Now hit confirm. And sunset, again, same all the days of the week. Hit the plus button right here, import commands right there. Yep. And now it's going to ask you which systems do you want to activate on this command, and choose the ones that you want. Hit next, and then what is our command? Sunset, we want them to turn on. So this is on, enable all, and we're going to need to name this on. So that way we know which command is which. Confirm. So it should go over on, just label it on top because it won't save you without a label. At sunset, they're going to come on. So make sure that enable all is selected, because if you hit disable all, it's going to hit disable all for a second. So you'll see how that switches to off, but we want them on. So enable all. And so it's going to bring all these lights on. Hit save. Now hit the back button. And voila, we have two commands that are on and functioning. So at sunset, the lights will come on, and at sunrise, they will turn off. And you can adjust those times as needed be if you go into that setting, and you can play around with timing and shift your sunrise and sunset time schedules if you don't want to actually go off your GPS coordinates or wherever you live. So that's pretty much the quick overview of your app. I mean, obviously, go to home screen right here at the bottom. There's a lot more things you can do. This app is very powerful. There's a lot of other YouTube videos that you can watch and kind of go more in depth with it, get customized and kind of crazy with it, because it's a pretty unique system. But this is just a basic overview of how to get these lights paired. And if you have any system problems or malfunctions, here's another thing that you need to do. For example, if you want to recalibrate your strands, so again, you go to this driver module, and for example, let's say some strands don't light up and you want to reset it. So to reset the lights, you press and hold this button for I think five seconds or so, and you're gonna see the lights strobing really fast, and we're gonna demonstrate that for you real quick. And that's gonna recalibrate them back to the factory settings. So for example, Dan's gonna hold the button for 5 seconds, and let's see if we can see those lights. There you go. You see them strobing right there, and then they go solid colors. They're going to recalibrate through all the colors, go through the factory settings, and then go back to the fade. So that way it should reset all the strands, and the app's going to start recalculating all the strands and all that stuff. So hopefully that helps you guys. And so if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. We're more than happy to help.